Hey!
Hola.
Lauren and Alex here. We are doing the 12.5 week update, a day late and a dollar short. We apologize, but we had some technical issues with the video last night. We did a 20-minute video, and then when we replayed it, there was a lip syncing problem where it was off by like
Two to 3 seconds. Like, it was bad.
it was pretty bad. It was.
Yeah.
I couldn't even watch it all the way through. I was so mad. So
Like, it started off on sync, and then about 15 seconds in, like, it drifted for a good 2 or 3 seconds, and it never fixed
synced
after
up.
that. So, yeah, we opted not to post it and to just re-record it tonight. So that's what we're doing.
Yep. We had the 12-week appointment yesterday, and everything looks good with the baby. It has all of its fingers, all of its toes. It actually had the hiccups, and we got to see it hiccup on the sonogram.
It's so adorable.
We were actually there for the genetic testing so that we could get the Down syndrome and spina bifida test done, but we couldn't. Every time we got it, we have to like push on my belly to try and get her to turn, and she would not turn.
He would not turn.
And so every time the ultrasound tech started doing this on my belly and like trying to get her to turn, she'd just throw her hands up in the air and do that number. It was quite cute.
Whatever it is, it's definitely taking after Daddy and is getting Daddy's dance moves.
Yeah, we like to call that the owl. Just a little backstory. We went to his cousin's wedding, and afterwards we went to this bar/club thing called Above, and Alex had the entire club, not just the wedding party, but the entire club doing that dance at one point. So he can shut down a club.
It was awesome.
So, besides that, I told the doctor that I'd been having pretty bad headaches, and she gave me some medicine, and she actually called me today to make sure that I had gone ahead and contacted the neurologist and scheduled my MRI, because she's very concerned. I didn't suffer from headaches before I got pregnant, and it's like migraines just came out of nowhere, so she wants to make sure that there's nothing going on upstairs. She did give me a physical neurology checkup with all of my muscles and reflexes and eye movements and stuff like that, but she wants to make sure that there's nothing going on in my brain. So a Saturday at 5 p.m. we will be going to get the MRI done on my brain. So good thoughts and good vibes, much appreciated. But as far as the baby goes, everything is good. We are measuring 2 days ahead of schedule. We are already measuring at 13 weeks yesterday.
Yep.
So baby's bigger than it's supposed to be. It's healthy.
Baby make us kicking ass.
Yep, baby's healthy. Everything looks great. Heartbeat was 166 yesterday. So
yeah, it fluctuates between 145 and 180, depending on how excited Mama is when we find it at home.
But yesterday, for the
pretty
ultrasound tech, it was 166.
It was pretty spot on for where we've seen it for the last couple of weeks. So
yeah,
there is only one.
Yes, there is.
We
only
do know
one.
that there is only one. We made sure of that yesterday.
The reason I feel so big so early is because we're measuring ahead of schedule.
Yes.
So I can complain because my baby's bigger than it's supposed to be.
Only about 2 days, but 2 days makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah, if we keep on that trend, we'll be a week early by the time it gets here.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. But, if it does, whatever.
Yeah.
We will be prepared long before it gets here.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's pretty much it. Seeing the toes and fingers was pretty incredible. It was pretty incredible. I didn't even know what to say when I first saw it. I was just sitting there like this. Like, it was awesome.
As soon as I saw her pull up the baby on the screen, and we heard the heartbeat while being able to see the baby, I knew it was a girl. everybody's like, no, it's a boy, it's a boy. I know it's a girl. There's no doubt in my mind that it's a girl.
Yeah, I've been saying from the very first video and before that, I don't care what it is as long as it's healthy. But I called boy, and I'm sticking with it. So
I'm just gonna shove it down his throat when it's a girl.
that's okay. Like I said, I don't care what it is as long as it's healthy. But
And it is so far.
it is so far. I call boy, you call girl, and it's a pretty 50-50 split on what everybody thinks it is. So
I know it's a girl. I prefer a girl because I don't want to have to make the hard decision about the private parts, and that's been a big. It's been a big discussion between us. He is for it. I am against it. So I think it's a girl. So we don't have to worry about that. But if we ever did have a boy, we'd have to revisit the subject.
when we have a boy,
We can't pick the gender, and he knows that.
I get to determine the gender.
Wedding updates. We have gotten everything done. We're just in the process of paying off the house, and there's a lady that does coordination. So she's going to decorate the beach. She's going to decorate the house. She's going to do the catering. She's got the DJ. All the big stuff that was left, I got it all at one place. And so we're in the process of paying her off, in the process of paying off the house where we're having it. Everything else, including the dress, I got my dress on Friday. It's paid off. The flowers are paid. The centerpieces are paid. Headpieces, jewelry, the pillows and baskets for the ring bearers and flower girls. All that stuff is paid for.
We got it all.
Yeah.
We got everything. We got everything ordered. Everything in the process of being paid for. All the first payments for everything is done. So it's pretty much a free ride from here on out. We just have to keep making the payments, and then we're done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, and Mom is the one that made it happen. She's been totally awesome.
Yeah.
She's been working super long hours. She's been working 16-hour shifts one night and 8-hour shifts the next night. And she's been almost killing herself. So she's been making it happen. And I can't express in words how much I appreciate that.
Yeah, she's been fantastic. And every time she calls us with stuff wedding-wise, I always see that internet meme that "shut up and take my money." That's how I feel. Is she called a couple of days, or it was last week, and was like, "Shut up and take my money," and we were like,
Yeah.
"Yes, baby."
Yeah, she's just like,
which is awesome, and we
she's like,
really
just take
appreciate
money
it. Like
and pay somebody.
She's been fantastic through the whole thing, and it's awesome. So we got steel drums coming for the wedding, which is going to be great. Turned out that's going to be a huge mood setting thing, which I'm looking forward to, because that's right up my alley. We got all of the knickknacks paid for. We got everything. I mean, the only thing left from the groom side is ordering the lantern shirts for everybody, which I gotta contact you guys. I know I haven't contacted everybody yet. We gotta do that, and then we gotta order the shirts and the khakis, and that's it. That's like a total of like $40.
Mm-hmm.
And everything we're getting can be worn again, so it's not like you're gonna be out $40 and not get to use it.
Yeah.
Plus, the lantern shirts are pretty kick-ass, so I might buy more than one because they're awesome.
We're getting the white lantern onesie for the baby.
Yes.
The white lantern represents life, so we're going to get the white lantern for the baby.
Which is cool. Like, if you know anything about the lanterns, the white lantern is all of the colors combined to create life. And the black lantern is death, which is like the ultimate villain in the lantern universe. All of them come together to fight black, and then white shows up as a result. So, yeah, it's a pretty interesting story if you guys care. I know the nerds probably already knew it, but yeah. So the shirt idea is going to be super cool. All the shirts are going to be black with the color of the lantern as the logo. But I'll be contacting all of the groomsmen and letting them know which one they need to order and linking them to Amazon, because that's where we're getting all of them. So, yeah. Super easy. It's like $18, I think.
We did have another change in lineup due to circumstances that we're not going to discuss. And Gianna, one of my lifelong friends, has stepped up to be a bridesmaid. And Gary, for Alex, has stepped up to be a groomsman.
Whoop,
And
whoop.
we really, really appreciate it. You guys don't know what that means to us and how you are affecting how our day is going to play out. We really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um,
The closer we get to the wedding, the more it feels like everything is falling into place, which is a good thing. And now that all of the stuff, all of the different things we had to pay for that we were worried about are in the pipe to be done, all of that stress with planning the wedding is pretty much over. Now it's just making sure everybody gets paid.
Yep.
Which is
Thanks
awesome.
to the coordinator.
Yeah.
And my mom.
Yeah.
Because my mom was like, just look, I know she's expensive. I know it's going to take a lot of money.
Just do
But
it.
you're pregnant, and I need you to enjoy your pregnancy. I need you to take care of my grandbaby. So just book her, and we will make it work. So kudos to Mom for making it all happen.
Kudos to
Again.
Mom-in-law, indeed. We are definitely going to enjoy the pregnancy. I'm going to keep her as calm as I possibly can. So, yeah. Outside of the wedding stuff, baby's done.
We can talk about symptoms.
We can talk about symptoms.
My cravings are pretty much still the same. We can add.
The sour stuff slacked off a little bit. You went like pretty much straight salt for the last week or so. We found the beer salt. That was finally 2 grocery stores.
He's amazing.
3 gas stations and a liquor store, and none of them had it. And then in the process of us going to get Hungry Howie's Pizza, which is amazing. If you ever come to Orlando, eat Hungry Howie's Pizza. It is incredible.
It's the best pizza I've ever put in my mouth.
Yes.
And I used to work at Mellow Mushroom, and that's gourmet pizza. Like, it's the tits.
It's incredible. So on our way to going to Hungry Howie's for the first time, for me, we saw this dump of a gas station in like a rundown part of Orlando. I guess it's Orlando. It's kind of in between Orlando and Kissimmee. It's a hole in the wall.
The area that we live in is called Williamsburg.
Yeah.
So we live in Williamsburg, Florida, but it's considered the greater Orlando area. So they just lump it into the zip code, kind of like Trustful from Birmingham.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah. So we were headed towards
Hungry Howie's,
and that's on South John Young Parkway, which is only about 10 miles from here, which is about a 15-minute drive.
Not even 10 miles from here. It's about a 10-minute drive. It's probably 3 or 4 miles. It took, I think we went 10 the way that we went because we were looking for beer salt, so we kind of went the long way to find Hungry Howie's. But while we were out there,
found a questionable gas station.
Yeah, I saw it from the red light, and I was like, that place looks like a shithole. And she looked over there. She looked over there, and she was like, I bet they got it. And I was like, I bet they do too. So we turned over there, and I ran in, sent her a text message while I was inside, the lime or lemon lime, because there were 2 different flavors. And she said lemon lime with exclamation points. So I walked out, and I handed her that bag, and I was like, the only one that they have is lime. I'm sorry. So she pulls it out of the bag, and she's like, this isn't lime? I was like, I know. That's why I bought 5 of them.
You brought 5 of them.
So we got
at the Kangaroo in the Hood.
We got 4 in the refrigerator, or in the pantry. And she's got 1 in her purse.
I finished that one today.
That's cool. There you go. So there's probably 3 in the pantry, and then 1 wherever it is. So outside of the salty stuff.
Oh, talking about the salty stuff, I'll have everybody know that my blood pressure was lower than it was last time. It was 70/90, which is pretty low to be pregnant. So
she says 70/90. I know I heard her say 17, but she was really hard to hear.
Yeah, she was
really soft-spoken. So I'm thinking she said 117/90, and the only thing that we heard was 17. But 17/90 is dead, so it's obviously not 17/90.
Yeah, it's either 70/90 or 117/90. Either
Both
way,
of which are good. They're in normal ranges.
My blood pressure is fine.
Yeah.
And I've been consuming very salty stuff for
you've been,
a good what?
You've been consuming it, but you've spread it out more over the last 2 weeks than the way that it was when you started. Like you were just sitting there kind of drinking it, and now you're every couple of 30 minutes or so, you just shake it a little bit. Like it's probably the same amount. It's just over a longer period of time, which is why I think it didn't mess with your blood pressure.
I think that's all the water that I consume.
That's probably true too. I didn't even think about that. I forget. That's the only thing we drink is water.
I drink. That's the only thing I drink.
Yeah, I drink Coke Zero at work, one a day, and then Propel or whatever that powder stuff is. You put it in the water.
Crystal Light.
There you go.
He
Crystal
calls
Light.
it Propel, and I'm like, Propel is disgusting. It's Crystal Light.
Propel's good.
No, Propel is
My
disgusting.
mom used to bring them to work all the time, and I'd be like, "You gonna drink that?"
We can talk about that in the comments. If you like Propel, you crazy, but you can comment about it.
So,
I will add to the list that Bloody Mary mix. The hot and spicy tomato juice, the Bloody Mary mix.
it's so gross.
It's so good.
No.
No, it's delicious.
Deliciously gross.
I've always liked it, but now that I'm pregnant, it's like I gotta have it. I want the hot and spicy tomato juice. I also still am eating lemons with salt, beef jerky, vinegar out of the bottle, apples with lemon juice on top and salt. Of course, the beer salt chased with lemon water. And that's pretty much it.
They haven't changed really.
Mm-mm.
It's been the same thing pretty much since the start.
Yep, and
So
my mood swings have gotten better now, and the morning sickness is usually just in the morning or at night. Usually if I take a nap and wake up at night, or I wake up in the middle of the night, is when I get sick. It's like if I lay down and I'm laying there for a while, and then I try to get up or I try to move my head in any shape, form, or fashion, I usually get sick. So that has subsided a lot, but now it's the headaches that are concerning. So we're going to go get those checked out and make sure that they aren't taken for granted, make sure that everything's okay with me, because I still have a long way to go with this pregnancy, even though I've come a long way further than I've ever been able to. So
luckily we got good news at the doctor. The neurologist will ease our concerns as well. It's just a precautionary measure. We just want to make sure that there's nothing going on.
Mm-hmm.
But it is normal to have headaches. And our neighbor actually was talking to us about how she had pretty bad headaches as well.
My mom
through
too.
hers, so.
She said they were.
Yeah.
They both said that with their girls, their headaches were much more intense.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I think we hit everything.
the genetic testing results won't be back for another 4 weeks.
Yes. So we will get those results the same week that we are there
Find
for
out
our
what
gender
it is.
gender reveal. The reveal for us.
Yeah,
when
I mean,
we
it is
find out
ours.
what we're having. You guys won't find out for another month after that. So
It's going to be hard for us to continue to do our updates and still
no, it isn't.
try to keep a lid on
It's
it.
not going to be hard for me. I'm good at keeping secrets.
I'm terrible at keeping
She's
secrets.
excited about talking to people about it, so
I'm
she
terrible,
can't keep it at all.
terrible about keeping secrets.
Yeah.
And we actually made like an accountability deal. So if I call somebody and tell them, or I text somebody and tell them, he gets to call his mom and tell her. So
You're welcome, Mom.
it's,
You'll probably find out the day that we find out.
So my mom's like, if you call and text anybody first, it better be me. So we're really excited, and we're gonna try and keep a lid on it. But I'm really terrible at keeping secrets.
We'll see what happens.
Other than that, I guess I can show you guys the baby belly.
Yes.
Ugh.
Ugh.
The bigger it gets, the worse I feel. But I need to remember that it's a gift and that it's a brand new life that I'm growing in there, and no matter what I look like,
it's a pretty incredible thing.
it's pretty incredible that not everybody can grow a baby, and that I'm very blessed to be able to do so.
Yes.
So
So stand up, show it off.
I try to keep that in mind. All right, here we go.
Woo! Turn just a little bit. There you go. Yeah, right there. It's not. I mean, it's there, but it's still early.
Yeah.
So.
You can tell I'm slimming up in the back, and it's just kind of all heading this way, which is fine with me as long as I don't get as big as a house.
I mean, hey, keep drinking that water, boo boo.
So, I was up 5 pounds when I went to the doctor, but I'm thinking that's because it was at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had just eaten lunch, and I had McDonald's.
It was delicious.
It was cheeseburgers with extra pickles.
So we had
And
that.
fries.
We had that and you were fully dressed as well.
Yeah.
Generally, when we weigh in the
nude.
In the nude.
But I was fully dressed, and I
So-
had several pieces of articles of clothing.
So that's it.
Yep.
That's week 12.
And a half.
Stay tuned. Next week and from there on out, we will be posting videos earlier in the night because I go to night shift on Sunday.
I'm not thrilled about it, but it's
So-
going to happen anyways.
So yeah, keep an eye out. We'll keep posting on Facebook and yeah, keep commenting. We love you guys.
And if you haven't voted for the gender, go ahead and do it.
Yes, because that's going to determine what it is, obviously.
Yep.
And right now, it's a boy.
No. It's a girl.
So, anywho, thank you for watching.
Stay tuned
and-
with more for the makings.
Yeah. Love
Love
you
you
guys.
guys.